What's going on, everybody? This is First Read Fantasy, and today we are coming at you with a $5 the puppy but Superflex draft that's over on Underdog. We're doing a 30-second clock, so if you're just getting in here, if you want to join us, we're going to do a little countdown when we all go to join, and we'll draft our teams. We'll give you the analysis the whole way through. Superflexes are a little bit different, a little bit trickier, a little bit riskier, but should be fun either way. My name is Michael Hopp. You can follow me on X at the FF Realist. I'm joined by Steve D'Angelo, who can be followed at Fantasy Savvy. Steve, how's it going, man?
It's going good. What's up, fellas? Good to be on with you, doing another draft. We are getting closer to the season, and it's nice to get the gang back together a little bit.
Yeah, amen. Yeah, look forward to doing it more. And of course, also joining us is Ernie, who's Mr. Fantasy Football Anonymous. Maybe he's not so anonymous since I said his name, but that's okay. He can be followed at Fantasy Anon with a Y at the end. That's how Pete said it last time. I thought it flowed. So there you go. How's it going?
I'm
man?
with it.
Yeah, I was saying Anthony.
Yeah,
that sounds like Anthony without the N.
Right. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. That's gonna sound tricky.
Yeah.
Whatever my boys prefer. By the way, Steve, I just read that play like a I love that. Play like a champion today. Sign right behind your head. That's awesome. Yeah. Draft like a champion today. That's what we're doing.
That's right.
And then also you got that Jets helmet behind you too.
That's right. Courtesy of Mike. He won that from me at the Marty Lyons auction.
Yep.
Put in the bid for me and sent it out. So I appreciate that, brother. Looks great.
Let's hope he looks great. So there you go. Maybe one of us ends up with him today. So let me add that to the stage. All right. So yeah, $5 puppy but Superflex. If you guys are ready,
yes, sir.
We can hit enter on 30 seconds on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right. 9 more to start. That should be the 3 of us.
Yeah, yep. Yeah. All right, there you go. All right, so we'll see how long that takes to fill up. But again, if you're watching, Steve, you've been doing a ton of these. Have you been doing a lot of Superflex, though? I know you're more the high stakes guy, but
no, I haven't done any Superflex, but I've been doing the Gladiator draft on NFC, and that's a $50. But that's 2 quarterbacks too. But that's only 14 rounds, so it's a little bit different.
Sure.
But no, I haven't. This is my first Superflex on Underdog, though. But normally, again, the strategy is, first couple picks, people are usually slamming quarterbacks, but you could play it different. I mean, you could wait on the quarterbacks and get some guys later on, like a Fields, like a Drake May, and get those studs, like a Jefferson late or a Chase late or a Bijan late, and then you kind of give yourself an advantage. So sometimes the quarterbacks, just like in tight end premium, they're a little overplayed in these.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I one of these I ended up with I didn't take a quarterback till round 3. I forget the first quarterback I wound up with, but I ended up doing the tandem at the end of Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson. So
there you go. So you got one of them at least.
Yeah. So there you go. So,
and your first 2 or 3 picks are probably freaking all studs, right?
Yeah, I would have to go back and go look at that team, but yeah, I mean, I think it was like a Bijan and something else. It was good, We got my mind's the weapon first. Okay, there you go. First one here. Yeah, that's correct. If that's what you meant, of course. And then Jamie, sup, dudes? What's up, Jamie? Jamie, get in there if you can.
So, Jamie was on with me late night last night, and he's here again. So this guy is just all over it. And he does his own show too. So shout out to him.
Yeah. We got to figure out late nights getting me on there. I got to get some Red Bull.
Yeah, well, we could do like a 9, an 8, 9. That's good, maybe, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, we can work that out at some point.
Yeah, we'll
now we're waiting for 8 people. Jamie said he's at work. You could still draft at work though, Jamie. That's okay. I've done it. I know. I've done, I'm sure we've all done it at some point, drafting while we're working.
Oh,
I
easily.
once started an Underdog draft while walking into my rehearsal dinner for my wedding. So,
we're all going to be drafting in all different situations. I remember last year you guys were live streaming. I was driving down the parkway and I was drafting while I was driving. My wife was freaking out. So I had to pull over. I think I pulled over the John Bon Jovi rest area, and I finished like the last 3 rounds.
That's great. That's dedication.
Dude, you're right by my house, man. That's my rest stop.
I'll be there July 1. I'll be in Jersey July 1, so I'll definitely hit you guys up.
Let's go.
Yeah, I could hop on the old railroad, take the Jersey Transit. We can make that happen. Make that work.
Hell yeah.
All right, we're down to 7 now. Low and slow.
Yeah.
We'll get this thing going.
It's moving. It's moving. Yeah. The
20-second,
again, it's probably going a little faster, but we don't want to do the 20-second, right? Yeah. There goes 6. There we go.
Should we text Pete and get him in here? I know he's drinking on a beach somewhere.
Yeah, you could text him, but I don't know if he's gonna join. That boy was seemed like he was enjoying himself. But
dude, I love nothing more than I usually just sit on the beach and drink and do best ball drafts.
See, I'm German Irish. I'd rather draft indoors. Yeah, I'd rather avoid the sunburn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. I hear you, brother.
Yeah, we'll give this another few minutes, and if it doesn't fill up, then we will.
It's actually filling up these, not as fast as the 20-second, but it's filling up. It's filling up.
We'll give it.
Honestly, I'm with it, dude. That extra 10 seconds helps.
It's crucial.
Yeah.
Ernie, if you're doing this Superflex, eventually we'll get this going. Where would you prefer to draft? Front end, back end, middle? Is there a preference there?
I love one, actually. And usually I'm not. I usually, I prefer, I'm an ends guy. So if I get one or the last pick, I usually like that. The way that the board is set up this year, though, I prefer to have 1 or 2 because you could get obviously Allen or Lamar, and that's huge in Superflex. They're going to give you 400 points. And then once you get to your wrap around at 2 and 3, there's still a bunch of good quarterbacks there and like a bunch of awesome positional players. And you kind of can play the value because a lot of good players are going to fall. So yeah, just this year, I think I prefer 1 early on.
All right. You know what? Why don't we see if we can do 20-second? Why don't we see how this does?
Yeah, this one's standing still.
It's standing still at 6. I'm calling it. Let's leave this.
All right.
So if you did join the draft with us, everybody, feel free to jump out of that and get on over to Puppy Superflex. Still the same deal, still $5, but we're gonna do 20-second clock.
Let me jump out of this one.
Yeah, go ahead, jump out. And yeah, we'll still do the countdown. You guys tell me when you guys are ready.
What the hell?
I'm ready when you fellas are.
I don't know why I'm so retarded with these with this app this year.
Well, you said you normally don't do it on the phone, right?
Yeah, well, no, I usually do it on the phone, but I've been doing most of them live streaming. So yeah, I haven't done any on the phone this year.
I was trying to give you some kind of out there, but
Yeah. Here we go. Active drafts. Now it's down to 9. Oh, because you guys left. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm out of here.
By the way, I will just say, as Steve is working through the kinks, we still have the GoFundMe open for Anthony, for Anthony's wife and son. I've been trying to get in touch with her, trying to coordinate her taking the money out. So we've just been keeping it open, but we've gotten a bunch of bids in the last couple of days, and we just got one now. So we're up to 21,880.
Stefania Bell just shared the post too, man. So
yeah, I reached out to her, and then she got back to me. She was on vacation. She was always a big fan of Anthony because she would come on the Podathon every year. So so that's
awesome.
Yeah, I saw that. So again, the outpouring is just unbelievable. That's great that you're keeping it going.
Yeah. Really, it's just going to be a matter of once I get her link to it, then we can cut it and she could take the funds out. But yeah, 21,880 is going to go a long way for Maggie and for little Anthony at home. So if you do, it's pinned to my Twitter profile, my X profile, whatever, at the FF Realist. Click the link there for the GoFundMe, and donate $5, $10, $10 million, whatever you want, or just share it. That's fine. That does just as much good. So there you go. Steve, I think I gave you enough time. Are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready to rock. Let's go.
All right. So on 3, okay, fellas. 1, 2, 3.
2 more.
Let's go.
All right. A lot
Do you
faster.
guys see
All right.
the Jari Alexander signing?
Yes, big
Yeah,
signing for the
Jair, yeah,
Ravens.
not bad.
Dude, AFC is going to be wild this year. Like, there's going to be some wars.
You know, I had heard some rumors like the day before he signed with the Ravens that the Niners were looking at him. I said, I'll take him, but happy for the story though. Goes back with his boy Lamar over there, so good for him. But yeah, so we'll take it. What do you say? I don't 55 because I love that number just like I loved Anthony. Oh, there you go, Jamie. God bless you, buddy. All right, draft starts in 42 seconds. Forget what your name is on here, Ernie. What's your name again?
Oh, I'm EPEX 3354. I got
right.
6. I actually don't hate that pick because I'll get one of the quarterbacks that fall, or usually Jamar Chase is there. So it's not terrible. But
And I am 9 and Steve is 12. Steve's on the back.
Yeah. I like it.
Dude.
I like having the double pick. So that might help me a little bit, not get autoed here. So
Yeah.
You get some good builds with those that late end though. Like there's some like I the other day I did one. I think I was pick 9 where you were picking Mike. I think I got Barkley and Bo Nix. And I felt all right, that's a pretty good start, you know. I'll take a top 10 quarterback in RB1.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 7 picks away from me, so we have started. Jamie did jump in here and say that he donated, so thank you, Jamie. Appreciate that immensely. Anthony would have appreciated it. His family sure as hell does, and I think we all do here. So there you go.
Yeah,
Jamie, you're the man.
Yeah, appreciate it, brother.
So all right, 5 picks away. You know, I said I was risky last time, not taking a quarterback to the 3rd round. I don't know if I'm going to wait that long. Ernie, you take Jamar Chase there. So, all right. So you're starting it with no quarterbacks.
I was going to go Burrow if he was there, but
Right.
he picked wisely. Burrow's going to have a monster year.
That's actually what I was looking at too. So,
but if he's not, like, I'll take wide receiver 1. Like, you know, the Bengals defense is still terrible. They're going to be a bunch of shootouts. So
right.
I don't know. I don't think Chase is going to replicate what he did last year, but I think he'll still easily finish top 3. So
now I am on the clock. Ugh, Bijan went.
Damn, that sucks.
All right.
That's our boy, Mike.
Where is he? All right. There you go. Justin Jefferson. Where the hell's the draft board on here? Why am I so stupid? Is it here? There we go.
What stack you eyeing here, Steve?
You know, I'm not really thinking about the stack right now. Let's see what's available.
Oh, I'm sorry, not the stack. I meant the back-to-back picks.
Back-to-back?
Yeah, sorry.
The quarterbacks are. We'll see. Let's see. The quarterbacks are best here. Let's see what's out there. I'm going to take Gibbs.
All right.
As my first. Too good to pass up. And 12 seconds already. This is a hot mess. I'll take CMC. Why not?
RB. Wow.
I'll take it. There you go. All right. So Steve. So we all have not taken a QB yet, but for those who aren't used to super flexes, I mean, you should be by now. But if you're not, you look at how that looks there in that first round. But we get 6 quarterbacks off the board. Now 7 quarterbacks off the board, but 6 in the first round. Just goes to show you Superflex is a completely different animal. And where am I? I am now on the clock, so I should get to work.
Especially on these underdog drafts, people just be snatching these guys up, these quarterbacks.
All right. Well, I said somebody was going to draft them, and Stevie's not going to get to you, so I'm going to take Justin Fields.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about taking him, and I would have had to take him there probably. With the way the quarterbacks are flying off the board, but yeah, it's all good, man. There's another guy that I haven't really been drafting that I'm going to try to get if I can, but these freaking quarterbacks are fucking flying over here. Holy shit!
And some of these drafts are different sometimes. Sometimes it's not as bad as this. This is kind of crazy.
Yo, what the fuck?
Dude, I was hoping Bo Nix was gonna fall. Was never gonna happen. But dude, then I had to take a quarterback. They're gonna be. I'm not gonna be able to have two.
Steve's gonna end up with Giovanni Carmazzi and Jesse Palmer.
Tommy DeVito.
I
Probably.
was just gonna say Tommy DeVito. Yeah, that's funny.
Now I'll figure it out. We'll manage it. It'll work. It'll work somehow.
But yeah, so we had a run there of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quarterbacks there consecutively in the second round. Then Derrick Henry goes with what was that? Yeah, 20th pick overall, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. But again, that's super flex for you. So about to make the turn, go into the third round. Another quarterback goes off the board. Then Amon-Ra St. Brown, Justin Herbert.
Oh,
So players are flying. Ernie, it's coming to you soon.
Fast, man. Holy shit. This is
Damn.
like drafting
What's
on
that?
crack. This is like drafting on crack over here.
Pretty much. I mean, I kind of like it.
damn! I wanted Herbert so bad
I
there.
kind of like it. Like the crack draft.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've never actually done crack, but I mean, this seems exciting. So, I mean,
yeah, it is exciting.
There you go. Ernie, you're up soon, my man. What are you thinking here? You said you missed out on some guys. You wanted Herbert. That didn't happen.
Well, Dak
doing?
was a good option.
Yep.
I love Nico. He's a wide receiver. He's one of my dark horse wide receiver ones. I think, and there's Drake London too. Well, Nico just won, so that's out the window.
Yeah,
I think I got to go Trevor Lawrence, man. Brian Thomas, Travis Hunter, Liam Cohen, Baker had a monster season. I'm gonna take T-Law. I think he could be one of the quarterback breakouts this year. I mean, I don't know how he doesn't walk into 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns just based off of the offensive setup they have now. So I'm gonna go with the upside, Trevor Lawrence. That was kind of hard to pass up on Drake London though, dude. He's another I think he's one of my dark horse wide receiver ones candidates.
Oof. You know what? What am I doing here? Go a little. If I can get there in time, am I gonna get timed out? Yep, there you go. Just made it. We'll go AJ Brown there. Get a wide receiver. I'll wait a little bit longer on quarterback. I'm kind of helping out Steve there, actually.
I don't know, man. There's so many good players still on the board. I think I want to wait. I mean, everybody kind of has two quarterbacks now, so what the fuck?
You want to push the envelope a little bit further?
I might push it a little bit further. Again, I'm looking at Tommy DeVito at the end of the draft, but
maybe get.
I mean, you got Brock Bowers and Trey McBride are still sitting there. What the fuck? Lad McConkey's still there. Bucky Irving, Taylor. I mean, it's ridiculous. Holy shit! I'll just stack up on this talent, man. Fuck it.
So for those just tuning in, Steve is now on the clock. We're doing a super flex draft. Steve has been saying he's going to push the envelope. We'll see how much farther he pushes it. With his third pick, he took Lad McConkey. Then he took Trey McBride. So man of his word, going to push the envelope.
I'm pushing it, baby. Yep. Let's see what I end up with. But I think I could still make out. I think I'll still make out with two decent quarterbacks at least.
All right. Let me see this. And I think
Jared. So this is a good test for the masses here to see if this strategy, can work. So
hey, listen, man, this is why we do it. Let people watch. Let people see what's going on in these drafts. So
exactly.
I dig it. All right. I am now.
Bro, this dude went 4 QBs.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Probably Gilbert Arenas. Probably one of his boys.
Bro, what?
You know what? I was going to take a QB here. You know what? I am going to take a QB. F it. Let's take JJ. Let's pair JJ up with Justin Jefferson.
There you go.
Let's do that for fun. I could have waited a little bit longer because, like Steve said, like the talent, I get it. Like you want to take a quarterback, but when you're looking at the names there, it's hard to not take one of those names. But 20-second clock kind of forced my hand too. So Pete, all right, Pete did chime in, said, wow, look at this crew. Yes, this is the crew. This is it.
What up, PD?
How was the beach today, man?
Hopefully you're enjoying your beverages. Hopefully you're not too sunburned. And yeah, maybe I'll do another one of these later. In case you want to join me. A little more chaos. So, all right, where are we at here? Ernie, what'd you take with your next pick?
I went again. It was a slight reach, but he's somebody I'm super, super, super high on. I took Rashi Rice. I think he is. Um, I think he's going to finish the top 10 PPR wide receiver this year. I think he's Mahomes on question one. I think Worthy is a good player. I like Jalen Royals. Kelsey is, we all know he's falling off. But Rashi plays inside, he plays outside, man. And before he went down, man, it looked like he was on his way to like definitely a top 10 finish, but more like a top 5. So again, really good PFF scores, and you're pairing him with the best quarterback in the NFL. I'm gonna take the upside here. Still I get a good running back and some couple rounds later.
And let me see. No other wide receivers went off the board around there. I'm curious what the other names were there. Well, Garrett Wilson, T. Higgins, Marvin Harrison, Terry McLaurin. So that's how high you are on Rasheed. It is a bit of a reach, but hey, I mean, in this kind of draft, you kind of got to go get your guys.
Sure.
Otherwise, you're going to miss the boat. So, I mean, I don't hate it. Steve, you have any thoughts on Rice?
Yeah, I mean, I think he was like 31, over 30% of the first read share. Shout out to First Read Fantasy, same name, but yeah, 31% or maybe 34%. So yeah, he was Mahomes' guy, and he kind of just runs those little slot crow routes, and he's great after the catch. So the only one thing you got to worry about is a possible suspension, I guess. But yeah, I mean, he should have a monster season, regardless.
I actually, again, this isn't like set in stone, but I was reading. It looks like the whole court thing is going to be favorable to him. Like that might get like pushed off a little bit. Not saying it's right or wrong, just from what I've been
well, I
reading.
mean, they're talking about Addison now, right? I mean, I got to take 2 quarterbacks here now.
I mean, it just obviously, if the suspension's getting pushed out of the window this year, then it adds value to him.
These guys are taking quarterbacks because they know I don't have a quarterback. That's what they're doing. Swear to God. Sam Darnold, come talk to me, baby, Sammy.
Rodgers.
That's not bad.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, one last ride.
Yep, I'm taking Rodgers.
All right. I don't hate it.
I had to do it.
I wanted to. I kind of, as I saw him there, I did take JJ to pair up with Justin, but I took Garrett Wilson, completely forgetting that I have Justin Fields too. So I am doubling my pleasure and doubling my fun. So there you go. But
yeah, I wanted Cam Ward. I thought he was going to land to me, and this fucking guy before. Like, this guy doesn't have a quarterback. I'm going to take him.
Yep. And I'll finally take my first running back with little Chuba Hubbard action.
Love that pick. Good pick.
Yeah. First RB off the board for me. Steve, not for nothing, man. I mean, so Steve doesn't take quarterbacks until the last 2 picks. He ends up with, I'm sorry, I'm scrolling, so if I'm making you guys sick who are watching on YouTube, sorry about that. Jahmyr Gibbs, Christian McCaffrey, Ladd McConkey, Trey McBride, Sam Darnold, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you could have had a worse crash landing, I mean, yeah. I dig it. I would take it if I were you.
Yeah, I mean, if McCaffrey can get back to what he was, that's going to offset some of my quarterback play for sure. So,
but your quarterbacks are going to put up like stable numbers, nothing like crazy, but like your team, like you're obviously building a position player heavy team, right? Like that's how you're going to win. So you just need your quarterbacks to be like serviceable, Yeah.
And I need to find one more starter here if I can, but we'll see. Yeah. But you could take some backups too that could get jobs down the line too. So.
Jameis, baby.
Jamie says, Hoff drinking a banana daiquiri tonight. I don't know why I don't know why you say that. I don't drink banana daiquiris. You know this. Right now I'm having a very crappy Coors Light. People always get mad when I say I'm having a Coors Light. That's what I'm doing. Maybe that's why he's making fun. 23 people live in here. Wow. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, Peter, for doing the work. And then, let me see. Hi, Mike. Working on your stacks. Yes, I am. And then last but not least, just in perfect time, Pete says, this guy Hoff, no shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Good job, everybody. Appreciate you. There you go. How's that, Pete? Did you hear that? There you go. There's your
Oh,
shout out.
Jamie says they're making Spaceballs too. Wow, that's great.
Yeah, they are. Rick Moranis is coming out of retirement for it.
Bro, they're making Spaceballs too. That's electric.
Yeah.
That's a dope movie, man.
Yeah, that's funny. So
actually, Steve, as long as we're talking about movies before Ernie makes his pick here, the new Naked Gun trailer.
Oh, I saw that with freaking Liam Neeson. I don't know about how he's going to play that off. What do you think?
I didn't think I was going to be into it, but the trailer made me crack up a couple times. I don't know. I might. And then I went back and watched the old movies.
No, those
and, that was just, those are classics.
Yeah, I don't know. Liam Neeson, plays such a serious guy, but we'll see if he can pull it off. I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah. I think it's August it comes out, but Ernie, as long as we're talking about important stuff, who'd you take with your last pick there?
I took Travion Henderson. I thought he was the top 3 running back in the class. I thought he was the best pass pro running back in the class. So that's going to translate to third down work automatically. Coaches love that. And yeah, he's a lot bigger than people think. OTA reports are saying he's by far, he's been the star. He's been their most explosive player, which I have no doubts. We all watched them at Ohio State. Stevenson there will obviously still get some work, right? Probably goal line, the grinding yards and downs. But I think Henderson it's kind of going to be like a Gibbs Montgomery kind of split, right? And I think Gibbs is electrifying. Henderson is electrifying. So I'm going to take him as my RB2 here.
Steve taking Anthony Richardson. You obviously know how I feel about that, but I do like the George Pickens pick.
Well, I mean, it's an upside pick, right? So
yeah, no,
he's going to be. He's supposed. Yeah, we obviously had a big disagreement on Richardson, but it's an upside.
I'm with Mike on this one, man. Give me I'll take Daniel Jones.
But whatever you guys think about it, and Jones is gone, so whatever you guys think about it, if Richardson could get in there at some point this season, I'll take it.
Yep.
Compared to what's on the board,
dude, here's the one good thing about the Colts quarterback, whoever wins the job, right? The situation, like Steichen, and then you look at the supporting cast with offensive line and weapons. It's like, dude, any decent quarterback could produce there. So, damn, Ridley and Waddle are on the board here. This is tough. Oh, I love both.
Yeah, I had to take Tyler Shaw for my third quarterback. Not sure.
Not bad. I think he's going to win the job because Rattler's terrible. So
yeah,
he should win the job. And then he's throwing to Shaheed and Olave, and so I mean, if he can give you
Shaheed this year, man.
Yeah, me too. I love Shaheed. I like where he's going. I've been getting him a lot.
Yeah,
that was tough. I just took Ridley there.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I love Cam Ward. I think I don't know if he's gonna put up crazy numbers like in Jaden Daniels' season. But I do think he's a good quarterback, big arm, quick release. Outside of Calvin Ridley, they only have day 3 rookies. So I went with, I think he's gonna try to show off this year, and there's going to be a lot of volume for Calvin Ridley. The only thing that scares me is he's older, he's 30, but I think Ridley still got some juice left. But yeah, dude, I think Waddle's going to have an awesome year. So that was tough because I think you're going to see the Waddle of old this year. I think a bounce back year is in store.
Yeah, if Tua doesn't, have a million dump offs to A-Chain and fucking Jonnu Smith again.
Well, the one nightmare about the Dolphins is that all these players, their value is linked to Tua's health. Look at A-Chain's numbers without Tua. It was 7 points per game, fantasy points per game. With Tua, he was at 21.
Better, of course. So. It's cool because the guys they went to after that were complete dog shit. Tim Boyle and Anthony. What was it? What was the Ravens quarterback? Anthony. But anyway, he was terrible too, So, but yeah, I mean, Tua, I think holds those guys back, but I think they're all kind of due for a bounce back year. And I don't know about McDaniels. Seems like the Dolphins are kind of fading, but I think Waddle, as far as a talent, I think he's easily one of the best receivers in the league. And I think right now it's a good pick for sure.
Oof, There's our guy, Steve. He's coming to me. Juwan Jennings. I will take him. We are getting asked, though, here. Ernie, since you took Henderson, he's asking, you guys got Henderson, Hampton, Harvey, or Judkins? It's in a PPR Dynasty Superflex. My answer would be Harvey because it's PPR. But Ernie, what says you?
Yeah, dude, I all those are four really good running backs. I don't think anybody's going to be a bust. I'm not in on Judkins this year. I like his dynasty outlook. I love your Harvey pick. I think the guy though is Hampton. I love Amari and Hampton. I'm not worried about Najee Harris, especially this is dynasty, no brainer for me. Like I know what the Chargers are going to try to do. Like, Harborough has brought a new culture to the Chargers. They're a run first team. You saw what he did with Dobbins and Gus Edwards last year. And now imagine, what he's going to do with a first round running back. He's been recruiting since college. So I think Hampton just wheels up. I think he's going to get a lot of, they have a top 5 offensive line too. You know what I mean? So the efficiency is going to be there. I think there might be maybe a split early on between him and Najee, but Hampton was one of my favorite running backs in the class. I think he's going to run away with that job eventually. He reminded me a lot of Nick Chubb when I watched him at UNC. So,
Steve, did you have anything on that one? Henderson,
Yeah,
Hampton, Harvey, or
long term.
Judkins?
Yeah, long term, probably. I'd probably maybe give the edge to Hampton, or maybe Harvey.
It was really the PPR that kind of won me over. So
yeah,
Harvey.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Harvey, man. I'm like Harvey's going to be a stud. I wholeheartedly agree with that.
I was going to say, Steve, don't think I didn't notice. You took my guys there, Joe Flacco and Debo.
Well, I didn't know Debo.
Well, right there.
Yeah, Debo, good value there. And then Flacco, I think he's going to start the year. Sanders is already driving 100 miles an hour. Dylan Gabriel, forget about him. And Kenny Pickett sucks. So they're going to go with Flacco until he throws 19 picks. And then they're like 2-9 or whatever. And then they'll turn to one of the younger guys.
Can you please clip that? Can you please clip that, Mike? Shador's already going 100 miles an hour.
I will.
Dude,
I will definitely put that together and put that out on X about the quarterback situation there in Cleveland. Seems like all's going well. I'm putting a lot of my eggs in the Minnesota Vikings basket. By the way,
what song do you think he had blasting when he was driving fucking 100 miles?
Jeez. Probably something I never heard. My guess. Yeah. Probably wasn't listening to Three Dog Night, I can tell you that. That's but yeah, Vikings stack on top of stacks. The old J.J. McCarthy, Justin Jefferson, now T.J. Hawkinson's my tight end. So
come on, make it to me, baby. Make it to me. Make it to me. One more pick.
Go J.J., I guess.
Come on.
We'll see what Ernie's looking for here.
Yes. Give me Engram. I love Evan Engram this year, man.
Nice pick.
I think that's my my dark horse wide receiver.
Shorts.
I'm dying. No, you guys have me messed up. I was laughing so hard. Oh my god. No, he's my dark horse tight end one. I think he could have a monster year. I honestly I look at where he's ranked right now amongst tight ends. He's like actually pretty low. And I think he is almost a lock for a top 5 finish. We've seen what Sean Payton does with tight ends before. And Evan Engram, if you think about it, what was it? A year ago, he had over 1 million catches or whatever it was. Now he's going to be in the best situation of his career. He went from the Giants to Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson, where he looked pretty elite actually there. And then now he's with Sean Payton and Bo Nix. So I think he's going to have a big, big year.
No, I'm down. There was 2 things that I wanted addressed this offseason by Denver, especially for fantasy purposes, was to get themselves a tight end and a running back, and they did both, and I'm excited about both of them. So there you go. Steve, I'm up in one pick, but why don't you tell? Ooh, you took my other guy too. Well, our guy, I should say. Tell everybody about your last two picks.
Yeah, Shaheed, was going off last year before, he got hurt and then they lost Derek Carr and the whole Saints team just totally just fell. So Shaheed's talented. He doesn't run just deep routes. He'll run the intermediate routes as well. I think Tyler Show could get him the ball. And then Dobbins, I think he could jump over Estime there and, probably get a little bit of goal line work and get some decent usage there in Denver. So, I think it's a good pick here in 12th round, first pick of the 12th round.
There you go. Well, no, I dig it. I will just say, shout out. We got about 24 people watching live, but we only have 9 likes. So I don't know how that math works. So if you can help us out, just hit the like button. Takes you 2 seconds. Helps us out immensely. We appreciate it. So if you could do that, that would be lovely of you. Let me put the draft board back up since I'm asking for you guys to like the show. I might as well give you some information here. We are now up to Ernie. Did you make your last pick? Yeah, you did. Ernie, tell everybody who you took.
I took Trey Harris. He was one of my favorite wide receivers in the draft this year. I was actually thrilled with this landing spot. I love Lad McConkey. I actually like they're not going to affect each other because Lad's going to play primarily out of the slot this year. I think Harris is going to step into that X receiver role. I think Justin Herbert's going to be the biggest beneficiary of this in fantasy terms because you look at when Herbert was, considered a top 5 fantasy quarterback was when he had Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. And now, you have Lad McConkey taking over Keenan's role, and I think Harris is going to take over that Mike Williams X receiver role. So I think the talent's legit. Like before he got hurt this year in college football, he was leading all these categories, and if he wasn't leading, he was in like the top 6. So yeah, man, the Chargers are really high on him too. The reviews so far have been like really high out of OTA. So I think he could be one of the sleeper rookie receivers to go for 1,000 yards this year. Obviously, that's his ceiling, and that's what you're hoping for. But yeah, I'm super high on him, man. I think he's a great landing spot.
All right, Steve, how you feeling about your team so far?
I feel pretty good about it. I'm going to need again, McCaffrey's going to have a big year. And I'm going to probably need Richardson and Flacco to give me a decent amount of burn. But so if I get that, which I think is probable or possible, or slightly possible, I'll take it. So I feel pretty comfortable.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling all right about my team. I'm a little worried about my running backs, but that tends to be the case when I do these sorts of drafts. But and as I say that, I'm going to go ahead and take another wide receiver. I'm going to take Luther Burden. So my second rookie, my first skill position rookie coming off the board. I'll take him. Chicago's going to be tough. Last year, they had 3 wide receivers with over 100 targets. Actually, the only team in the league to do so. We're going to see the ball spread around quite a bit here, but in a best ball scenario, I do like Burden. I even like Cole Kmet late too, just because I think there's going to be some game somewhere where he's going to score 2 touchdowns, and then he's going to not score another one for another 4 weeks. So I do like that pick later on if he's there, if anybody's interested. But
yeah,
Steve, I like your draft so far, man. Take Nick Chubb and then Jack Besh after that. I like that pick.
Yeah, I was thinking about Hollywood Brown there, or maybe Tillman to get the Flacco stack. but yeah, I like Jack Betch a lot. I mean, I think Betch is. To me, this kid is going to be really freaking good. I love him. So might be a little crowded there with Bowers and Genty, but Geno might have a pretty nice season. Maybe we see him throw 30 touchdowns again, like he did his first year in Seattle.
Especially again, like kind of like what you were just saying, though, like with the value of some of these guys with Las Vegas. I mean, the ball's got to get thrown somewhere. So I like it. I mean, when you're getting a guy like that late, I'll take it. So I just wonder. I'm wondering, is Brock Bowers obviously he's a good pick because he's going to do well,
Yeah.
but is he a bad pick in terms of is he going to really return value? Do we expect him to get that amount of targets again, Steve?
I mean, yeah, you have Genti in the building now, right?
Right.
So, that could take away. And Betch, I think, is pretty talented. So, yeah, maybe a little bit of a downtick this year for Bowers, but whatever he gives you, I think is still going to be consistent enough where he's going to be, helping your fantasy team. So you got to pay the premium, obviously. You could
Right.
wait. Like what I like to do is if you don't get Bowers or Kittle, Bowers or McBride, get Kittle because I think Kittle
Right.
is surging up and he has tight end one upside this year.
And of course, with the expectation, which should have been the expectation for a while, that Brandon Ayuk's going to start the year on the pup.
Right. And
I
Debo's out
just
of the
think that's an
building,
eventuality.
obviously. And what
What's
do you
that?
think about Debo's out of the building? So,
Yep.
maybe a little bit less on CMC. Maybe they don't want to, give him too much, maybe just lessen his role a little bit and, they rely a little bit more on Kittle.
Sure.
So maybe he's not blocking as much this year.
Yeah, we'll see how that shakes out. Ernie, you are coming up on the clock. Real quick before you pick, do you have any thoughts on Bowers there? Are you taking them? Are you biting that bullet of taking the tight end that early?
Brock Bowers?
Yes.
So actually, earlier in the year, one of my favorite stacks was Nico and Bowers, but now I kind of actually shifted off of that because I liked getting one of the elite tight ends early, McBride or Bowers. But now it's like there's so many good tight ends later that I'd rather just take like a monster wide receiver there. You know what I mean? Or if I'm in Superflex, I'd rather take the quarterback. But yeah, no, he's going to finish top 3 tight end without a doubt, So I don't think he's a bad pick by any means.
Yeah, and he only had 5 touchdowns last year too, so he could definitely get double digits. I mean, he could.
Gino's a better quarterback, and Pete Carroll's a hell of a lot better coach than what they had last year. So, I'm a Giants fan. I love Antonio Pierce, but come on, Pete Carroll, like he's a legend. So,
yeah, of course.
yeah. So I would imagine, he's still going to be, going to give you elite tight end production. And it's like, if you look at fantasy builds, like usually when somebody has an elite tight end that, their team does very well, because it's just such a, I feel like, there's such a drop off from the good ones to, the okay ones. So I think it's really important to get a good tight end without a doubt.
Speaking of tight ends, Steve, I think you took your second tight end just now?
Just my second, yeah. Need to get another one. I was thinking about Mason Taylor there, but I'm going to take Chig. I think with Cam Ward, Chig in his 3rd season now, we could see maybe like a breakout from him. He's kind of going under the radar a little bit. This guy is very, very talented. So, yeah, I like Chig. I think he's a good upside pick late in these drafts.
He took my Jarquez. That hurt.
Huh. Yeah, Jarquez. We'll see if he can get a role. But I like his talent a lot. So at this point, I like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's Ernie was going to mention my love, my devotion to Kyren Williams this year.
Yeah.
People just want to keep saying, "Oh, he's not going to get a workload. He's not going to, they're going to take it away." Like they're not going to take it away.
No, there's definitely a portion of the fantasy community that is like rooting against Kyren for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's going to be the guy. But maybe Jarquez earns a little bit more of a role than Corum did last year. I do think Hunter's the better player. So
yeah, that I could see. I could see Hunter if he's given more of an opportunity doing more with it than Corum did. That part I'll definitely agree with. But I just don't think, even if he does get enough of a work, I don't think it's going to take anything away from Kyren. I think Kyron's still a top 12 running back. I don't even think that's a question. I mean, he was top 7 each of the last 2 years. So
I think it's only an injury, really.
Sure.
That's the only way Hunter's really going to see significant value.
There you go. And they say the contract extension talks have been going good, but I feel like they've been saying that for like 2 months. So I mean, take that for what you will. I'm not married to that headline. But let me see. Ernie, you are up in one pick. We are already in the 17th round. After this is over, we'll go through our teams quickly. And we'll make fun of each other. We'll compliment each other. We'll have a good time. And then we'll ride off into the old sunset. So there you go. Ernie, who'd you take with your last pick, man?
I took Dante Thornton.
Now we're going 20 rounds. 20 rounds here.
Yeah, 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rave reviews out of camp. He's 6'5", burner, Tennessee. They took him, I think, in like the 4th round, I want to say. Yeah, dude, apparently Gino's been going to him early and often. And he looks awesome. So again, I'm just taking a swing at the upside here.
Yeah, no, I like it. I took Kareem Hunt, who I like taking in this spot this late.
I think it's a good pick.
Yeah. You know, I think obviously I think Pacheco will be the best back there in the backfield, but I don't think it's going to be a consistent every week thing. You know?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, Pacheco, coming back from the injury, 2nd year now should be better, but Hunt really, earned his way in there last year.
Yeah, well, he did. So
he's going to stay there.
I like that. This is where we start to look for the value. Some of these picks here. So as I say that, no pressure on me. I'm up in a few more picks. Probably going to fall flat on my face with this next pick, but no biggie. But yeah. So yeah. But no, I do like the value of taking a Kareem Hunt in that spot, especially for the fact that that's only my 5th running back. So I guess it makes me feel a little bit better about my running backs. I don't know.
I think that's a solid pick. I think Hunt's going to give you some good value, at least early on in the season, because even though they bring in Bashard Smith, who I just took, I think it's going to take him a little while to get, into the offense. If he's successful enough to get into the offense, that's we don't even know if that's possible. So if not, then it's just going to be him and Pacheco again, pretty much all year.
Sure. And then 18th round. Listen, I know it's disgusting, but when it's in the 18th round. I took DeAndre Hopkins.
I like
what are you gonna do?
I took Keenan Allen, so it's like the same thing, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Ernie, you should be up shortly. What are you looking to do here to close out this draft?
I just took Roman Wilson.
Took my guy. I'm gonna stack him with freaking Rodgers.
Oh, dude, I love him, man. He's one of my
I like him too.
What was it? What's it called? Post hype sleepers. Year 2 wide receiver, man. I think he's a stud. I thought he was awesome at Michigan. Thought he was awesome last year throughout the draft process, man. Steelers are really high on him. I think he was hurt last year. Also a rookie. So he looks awesome. And now he's got Aaron Rodgers. And, Aaron Rodgers had to throw to somebody outside of DK Metcalf. And, Roman Wilson is the ideal fit for the slot role. So hopefully, he that's kind of his underneath guy. And they build a nice connection.
Coach popping in here to say what's up. What's up, Coach? How you doing, buddy?
What up, Coach?
Coach, big time basketball coach.
Yeah.
Serious run he made this year. State championship, coach of the year. So shout out to him.
Yeah, man. Dude is always coaching. Every single time I talk to him, he's either on a bus going somewhere or So shout out to him. Good work by him. But all right, we got 2 more rounds here. Ernie, you are now up. What are we doing, buddy?
You know what? I'm gonna do this because I missed out on a second tight end.
No.
I am gonna take Terrence Ferguson here.
There you go.
Don't hit it.
I just love the upside.
Yeah, I don't hate that pick. I don't hate that. I was looking to take a tight end here with one of my last picks here. Let me see what's out there. What do we got? Yeah, you know what? There you go. All right. Well, I talked about it early on, and I'm going to commit to it. I said Cole Kmet is a good late round pick. He's going damn near undrafted in these things. He's my 3rd tight end. I mean, other times when you were drafting him in the past, he was your 1st tight end, maybe your 2nd. It's my 3rd tight end. I just need him to fall in the end zone and put up some yards for a week or 2, and he's done his job. That's all I need. So I will run that risk. Steve, you're on the clock with your last 2 picks. What are you doing here?
I'm going to get 2 stacks here. I'm going to get an Anthony Richardson stack and a Joe Flacco stack. I know it's exciting,
Ooh.
but it's
Man,
coming.
you love
Right
that
here.
Joe Flacco. See that shit? Look at that. Love it.
Yeah, we'll start with the Joe Flacco stack, and we'll get Harold Fannin Jr.
Welcome to the dark side, my friend.
And we'll get Adonai Mitchell. Um,
Like that pick.
Talented receiver, kind of raw last year, so we'll see what he can do in his second year.
I like both picks. It's a nice way to close it out.
Yeah, and I got my first stack because I didn't get to stack Darnold. So,
where am I going here? Eek.
There's a good back on the board there. There's a couple good backs.
Taj.
But you may not need a back. I don't know.
I mean, I got 5. I could use one.
Kendra,
you know what? I'm gonna take my guy down there, Mr.
James?
Kendra Miller.
Okay.
Oh, that's a sharp pick, man.
Yeah.
People are sleeping on him.
That's a good pick there. Yeah. I was thinking about him too, but I have enough backs, so
yeah. That was my 6th running back. So I'll take it.
I went Tyler Higbee there just because I want to I like if you take Ferguson and best ball, like I love Ferguson in Dynasty, but in best ball,
sure.
I want to have him and Higbee because I would imagine Higbee's going to start, but he's also injury prone, So now I at least know I got one tight end room locked down, and they'll give me good numbers behind Evan Engram.
I dig it. All right, so I believe that. We got 2 more picks, whatever our drafts concluded, pretty much. I mean. Ernie, you want to read off your team since you picked before me and Steve?
Sure. I got Drake May, Trevor Lawrence, Daniel Jones, Amarian Hampton, Travion Henderson, Jordan Mason, Jalen Wright. The wide receivers is Jamar Chase, Rashee Rice, Calvin Ridley, Josh Downs, Trey Harris, Kyle Williams, Pat Bryant, Jalen Noel, Dante Thornton, Roman Wilson. And then my tight ends are Evan Engram, Terrence Ferguson, and Tyler Higbee.
I like the Josh Downs pick. I like that. I mean, I like a bunch of draft, but I definitely like the Downs pick for sure.
Yeah, Ernie, what was your breakdown there for positions?
So yeah, I went 3 quarterback, 4 running back, 10 wide receiver, and 3 tight end.
Oof. They give you a little bit of anxiety at all? Go 4 running backs, or are you good?
No, I'm good, man. I like 0 RB. I really do. I'm playing the value. I also, again, I think Hampton and Travion Henderson, I would take, but I think they're both going to be studs. I think, again, even if they are playing with Najee Harris and Stevenson, there's still going to be fantasy value there. You know what I mean? Like Hampton is a stud. They took him in the first round. And Travion Henderson is a dog. So I think that gives me 2 good RB pillars. And then behind him, I have Jordan Mason, who I think everybody is sleeping on. I much prefer him. Again, I could be wrong. I'll wear it because Aaron Jones is a dog, but I want Jordan Mason in this, relationship now and in this new Minnesota offense with McCarthy because it is a different offense now. They completely upgraded the offensive line. Like O'Connell is a beast, man. And I think he's, doing everything he can to make sure McCarthy succeeds, and he's behind a fortress. So obviously the ground game is going to benefit, and it's going to be like a Gibbs Montgomery split. So if I'm getting the younger, Jordan Mason's underlying numbers just back up that he has the potential to be an elite running back. So if he's getting all the goal line work and all that early down work, I want him. You know what I mean? And you allow Jones to be the in between the 20s. But dude, sure. Jones is also 30, and we all know he's a very injury prone player. So you could walk into a treasure chest with Jordan Mason, but I think again value either way. And then Jalen Wright is more of a sleeper pick. I do think he's going to take over that. Again, what sucks about the Dolphins is it all comes down to Tua, right? Yep. All their value. But if he plays healthy, right, and the reports are encouraging, I think they're going to go back to more of that offense from 2 years ago instead of last year.
Right.
And somebody's got to replace Raheem Mostert. I think that's Jalen Wright. I think Jalen Wright is a stud. I'm not worried about Ollie Gordon at all. I watched Jalen Wright at Tennessee. He's the better running back. Yeah, and I think they could perform that 1-2 tandem because it's kind of ballsy when it's like, well, A-Chain's a stud, and we all love A-Chain. But yeah, he's a smaller back man, and they need somebody to, be the bruiser there. I think that's going to be Jalen Wright. So
All right.
That's kind of why I'm kind of confident in my 4 running backs. But again, I could completely fall on my face there.
Well, I mean, we all could with this draft.
Yeah.
I got 3 quarterbacks, 6 running backs, 8 wide receivers, 3 tight ends. I went Justin Fields, JJ McCarthy, Tyler Shaw, Chuba Hubbard, David Montgomery, Ramondre Stevenson, Tank Bigsby, Kareem Hunt, Kendra Miller. Wide receivers, Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Juwan
Nice start.
Jennings, Michael Pittman, Luther Burden, Wandell Robinson, DeAndre Hopkins. Tight ends are T.J. Hawkinson, Juwan Johnson, Cole Kmet. Might I just say my team is sexy? No, I'm just going to leave it there. My team. I feel good. I like it.
Speaking of sexy, I almost went naked Aaron Rodgers, but to save it for the ladies, I didn't go naked Joe Flacco. But I
Chicks
did
dig the gray, man. Chicks dig the gray.
I know they wanted me to go naked Anthony Richardson, but
yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So I had, Mike, those receivers, those first 4 receivers.
Yep.
Sweet. I went 4, 6, 7, 3, 4 quarterbacks, 6 running backs, 7 receivers, 3 tight ends. So I think we all went 3 tight ends, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Darnold, Rodgers, Richardson, Flacco. So 2 grandpas. Then we got Richardson, who may not see the field, but if he does, a lot of upside there. Darnold, I think it'll be solid enough. I think he took some steps up last year after.
I will also just jump in here. I will just tell you, like, when you're taking Richardson now and saying if he plays his upside, a lot different than where people were drafting him last year, as opposed to where you got him today. I just, just add that in. But
and that's kind of been my thing for where you can get him, and even more so now. Like in a lot of these drafts, like regular drafts, he's not even being drafted anymore. Yeah. So you can get him. If you needed a backup quarterback, you could take a flyer on him. All right, running backs, Gibbs, McCaffrey. Then I got the old running backs in Dobbins. Well, Dobbins not that old, but he's got a lot of wear and tear. Chubb, and then 2 young guys who I like, Hunter, Jarquez Hunter, and Brashard Smith. I keep saying Brashard Smith. Reed wants him to get that McKinnon role, so we'll see if he can make it happen. Receivers, Ladd McConkey, George Pickens, Deebo Samuel, Rashid Shaheed, Jack Betch, Keenan Allen, Adonai Mitchell. Tight ends, Trey McBride, Chig Okonkwo, Harold Fannin, all athletic, very, very athletic players. Fannon's going to need an Njoku injury at some point, but Njoku has a little bit of issue staying on the field as well, and I like his talent. And then I get him with the Joe Flacco stack. So there it is.
Perfect. I like it. I mean, it worked out well for you.
Yeah, I think I made it work, right? So
no, I agree. Ernie, you think you made that work? No, not going quarterback early on?
Dude, I like his team because I think off the bat, Darnold and Rodgers are going to put up serviceable numbers. So I think the way he designed his team, like he went kind of position player heavy. His running back room is good. Receivers are pretty good. Tight ends are solid. So yeah, man, like I think he did good.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. I'm sure we're going to do a lot of these. So,
Oh, yeah.
Last year we did a lot of them. We didn't really track it. We'd have to maybe try to track it this year and come up with like a tally system.
You have Trey McBride. Yeah, your team's solid, dude.
Yeah, we should probably track some of these. You're right. That's a good call. But all right, we're going to do a bunch of these. Obviously, Steve will be back. We'll have him back for sure. And we'll do a ton of these videos. Got a lot of other content coming out. Some betting content too. Some NFL future stuff I'm working on. So I'll be getting that out in the next day or so. But I think that's going to do it. You boys have anything to say before we ride off into the old sunset?
No, that's it. It was good to be on with you guys. And everybody have a great weekend. And that's basically it. And, Anthony's donation fund is still open there. So make sure you guys are hitting that if you can.
Yeah, that is on my X profile at the FF Realist. It's pinned towards the top. It's right there, one of the first comments, the link. So good call, Steve. If you can make that happen. I will just say before I let Ernie say bye to folks, Prima John came in and said, I can't believe fantasy leagues are a thing. You could play Madden or join a local Sunday league. I can play Madden, but then there's glitches everywhere and it pisses me off, and then I
I
don't want
used
to play
I
anymore.
used to do all three. I still play Madden a little bit, but I used to play in Sunday leagues. I played fantasy, so you could do all three. You could do 2 out of 3, do
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
You love the game, you do it all. You watch it, you play the video game. So
Done. And Dean came in and said, "Thank you 3 for talking best ball. Enjoyed." God bless,
thank you,
Dean.
buddy.
Hopefully you hit the like button, man. Ernie, you got anything to say before we ride off?
Nah, man, it was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the next time. I hope everybody has a good weekend, especially Jamie.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we should do Best Ball Mania next time, and then track that one.
I'm down. Hey man, I gave you the decision. I said we could do Mania, we could do Superflex. You told me you wanted Superflex. I gave it to you.
No, yeah, no. I was just
No, I know,
agree.
but I'm just teasing because I know you and Steve, you guys love those bigger ones, you know? Get up
Hell
there.
yeah. No, I was just saying if we were gonna track one, obviously the bigger
I
ones
hear you.
probably makes more sense. But I'll
No,
rip
we track
another
them
one.
all. We track them all, man.
If you want to do another one of this, I love the Superflex but puppy. $5. Superflex is always fun to draft. So
Well, either way, if you were interested in this content, hit the subscribe button because we're gonna be doing a bunch more of these. But until next time, stay thirsty, be kind to one another. Anthony, I love you, buddy. Catch you on the flip side. Cheers.